EastEnders fans figure out Jack Branning's downfall after Zoe and Kat Slater hostage drama. EastEnders viewers believe they have worked out what might ultimately lead to Jack Branning's downfall following a tense hostage twist involving Zoe and Kat Slater. Max Branning's brother has been spiraling down a dark path over the past few weeks after he and Ravi accidentally shot Zoe. At first, Jack tried to cover it up by framing Ravi, but his plan quickly backfired when the drug dealer demanded £100,000, threatening to reveal everything to the police if he wasn't paid. Since the shooting, Zoe has feared it was a targeted attack, orchestrated by Greg Dolan, the private investigator she struck with a lampshade earlier this year when he attempted to assault her. On Wednesday, September 17th, Zoe and Stacey Slater visited Dolan's home only to discover he was still alive, forcing the cousins to flee back to Walford to avoid danger. When they decided to inform Kat Slater, they were shocked to find her being held hostage by Greg at the Queen Vic. In the scenes aired on Thursday, September 18th, Zoe and Stacey panicked as Dolan demanded money to guarantee Kat's safety. The situation worsened when Kat's son Tommy unexpectedly arrived at the scene. At one point, Dolan held Kat at knife point and revealed to the Slaters that Zoe had contacted him to help locate the son she gave birth to in 2006. During the dramatic night marking 25 years of the Slaters in Albert Square, Kat managed to render Dolan unconscious by hitting him with a cricket bat when he became violent towards Zoe and Stacey. Hearing Tommy's screams, Jack and Ravi rushed to the Queen Vic, only to be stunned when Zoe insisted that Dolan was the one who had shot him. Seizing the opportunity, Jack and Ravi planted the gun on the unconscious Dolan, seemingly getting away with the crime. However, fans on the EastEnders Reddit forum remain skeptical, noting that Jack may not have fully escaped consequences, especially after his colleague D.S. Spencer hinted she didn't expect the case to be solved so quickly. Jamie Borthwick's EastEnders departure explained in brief, on-screen moment. Jamie Borthwick, who first joined EastEnders in 2006, was suspended earlier this year after using a derogatory term targeting disabled people. The incident occurred when he was filmed making the offensive remark while talking about the people of Blackpool on the set of Strictly Come Dancing. Following the controversy, BBC executives condemned his words as entirely unacceptable. In a statement to Metro, the network added that they have robust processes for such incidents, emphasising that Jamie's comments in no way reflect the values or standards upheld by the BBC. The disability charity Scope also weighed in, recommending that he undergo awareness training, while Jamie issued a public apology, saying he was sincerely and wholeheartedly sorry. Jamie claimed he did not fully understand the derogatory term at the time, and admitted that now he knows its meaning, he is deeply embarrassed. "When I made the video, I was caught up in the excitement of the moment," Borthwick said. "That's no excuse, but my regrettable actions don't reflect my true beliefs or character." 4 months after the suspension, it was confirmed that Jamie would not be returning to EastEnders. A BBC Studios spokesperson told Metro, Jamie Borthwick will not be returning to EastEnders. They added that they do not comment on individual matters. On screen, Jay's absence has now been addressed in a small scene featuring Lauren Branning and Peter Beale. Lauren, who works with Jay at the car dealership, was visited by Peter in the episode to deliver some bad news. As Peter explained that his son Louis's birthday gift still hadn't arrived, Lauren panicked, noting that guests would be arriving for the party and they couldn't leave it unwrapped. She realized someone would need to go shopping, but when Peter said he couldn't take more time off work, Lauren pointed out that she was alone at the dealership. It was then that she explained Jay's absence, revealing that his grandfather was unwell and he had gone to care for him. Jamie Borthwick has not made any public comments regarding his departure from EastEnders. All EastEnders spoilers for next week, as a legend makes a dramatic return. Sharon Watts' homecoming is far from peaceful. Zoe Slater's hidden past sends shockwaves through Walford, and the Slater family faces intense emotional reckonings. Meanwhile, the Brannings' romantic entanglements bubble over, and newcomers stir up old conflicts. Here's a complete day-by-day guide to what's coming next week on EastEnders. Monday, 22nd September. The Slaters are still reeling from the previous night's events. Tension rises as Zoe attempts to justify herself to Kat, Alfie and Stacey, but her secretive behavior only heightens suspicion. The family grows increasingly uneasy as Zoe refuses to share details about her past. Meanwhile, Sharon is taken aback when she notices Zoe lingering outside number 31. Although Vicky and Zach give Sharon a warm welcome, her focus is drawn to Zoe, and she makes it clear she wants answers. Later, Sharon tracks Zoe to the Vic and surprises everyone by proposing a truce. Elsewhere, Cindy shakes things up after officially moving into number 25, creating friction between Lauren and Peter. At Jimmy's sensory class, Peter hits it off with another parent, Demi, though it's clear Demi has intentions beyond playdates. Disaster strikes at the Albert when an accident leads to Mo being fired. Howie worries about their finances, which worsens when Kim accidentally damages her costly camera equipment. Tuesday, 23rd September. Old tensions flare between Sharon and Phil when they meet at the cafe. However, Sharon decides to extend a hand, asking Phil to look after Albie for the evening, which he surprisingly accepts. At home, Sharon turns her attention to Vicky's mounting debt, but Vicky, already emotionally raw over Joel, lashes out and storms off, running straight into Zoe in the square. A public confrontation ensues until Zach and Anthony intervene, with Zach getting injured in the process. Later, Sharon and Phil share an unexpectedly tender moment, but her brief joy is shattered when she finds Zach and Vicky battered at home. Furious, she heads to the Vic for another confrontation with Zoe, who fires back with a revelation that leaves Sharon stunned. Elsewhere, Cindy meets a girl named Jasmine who asks for work at the Albert. Initially reluctant, Cindy is impressed when Jasmine shows initiative and offers her a trial, just as Jean arrives to scold them both. Howie starts a new job as a delivery driver to help with expenses. Meanwhile, Peter ignores Ian's warnings and goes out for drinks with Demi, later returning home energized and passionately romancing Lauren, unaware that Penny witnessed everything. Wednesday, 24th September. Sharon refuses to accept Zoe's shocking confession and lashes out, escalating tensions until Kat angrily kicks Sharon and Vicky out of the Vic. Still unsettled, Sharon ends up at the cafe, where Ian senses something is wrong and brings her home for a heartfelt talk with Kathy. He also warns Sharon not to trust Zoe. Upstairs at the Vic, Kat and Alfie demand explanations from Zoe about her claims. Meanwhile, Stacey shares unexpected news with Lily. Sean has invited them to move to Brazil. Excitement builds, but is interrupted when Kat and Zoe storm in during an argument. Later, Lauren and Peter are cheerful until Oscar walks in on them. They laugh it off and head to Johnny's birthday at the Albert, but Penny pressures Peter to confess his affair with Demi. He hesitates, but Lauren finds out herself after spotting a flirty message. Surprisingly, she laughs it off, leaving Peter questioning the depth of their relationship. At the Albert, Jasmine impresses Cindy with her initiative, though Elaine is clearly disapproving. Oscar tries his usual charm on Jasmine, but Cindy pulls her aside and warns her to stay away from the Branning boys. Thursday, 25th September. Kat attempts to mend fences by asking Stacey to help plant a memorial in the square gardens in honor of Zoe's late daughter, softening Zoe and beginning their reconnection. At number 31, Stacey excitedly tells Lily that their flights to Brazil are booked, only to be interrupted by Jean's sudden arrival. Stacey is forced to reveal their plan, and while Jean hides her disappointment, it is evident. Later, Stacey and Lily plan to meet Ricky to break the news, but panic ensues when Jack arrives first and Stacey is missing. Lily has to reveal the truth on her own. At the cafe, Penny arranges an impromptu coffee meetup between Lauren and Demi. The three quickly hit it off, laughing together, until Peter walks in and overhears them joking about him. Hurt and embarrassed, he vents to Ian and Kathy, leaving their advice uncertain as he hints at his next move. Elsewhere, Oscar steals a dress from the market and invites Jasmine out on a date. Cindy catches on to his antics and warns Jasmine once again to stay away from the unpredictable Branning. As the week concludes, old wounds resurface while new conflicts emerge across Walford. Sharon struggles to process Zoe's revelations. Kat and Zoe attempt a fragile reconciliation, and Stacy faces a life-changing decision that could divide the Slaters again. Meanwhile, Peter's love life spirals. Jasmine shakes up the Albert, and Cindy juggles managing the Branning chaos. With secrets exposed and loyalties tested, next week promises intense drama, emotional moments, and the confrontations only Albert Square can deliver. EastEnders airs Mondays to Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One and BBC iPlayer.